Hey everyone, my name is Jerimiah Mayle, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Today we're going to be going and mining. I figured it is definitely about time we get ourselves some more diamonds. Well, hopefully if we can find any diamonds. I mean, I really don't know what else to say, because, I mean, we're just going to be going down mining and hopefully finding some good stuff. Then I plan to come back up, and I want to go ahead and actually start work on that area over there, because I want to kind of do a series within the series. I would like to build a town, like an old Wild West town, and not like a deserty Wild West town, but I mean, really, a lot of the buildings back then all kind of had a similar look to them. So really, it's gonna look kind of like a deserty Wild West town, but in reality, it's gonna be your stereotypical one. It'll be like Red Dead Redemption and Minecraft, really. So first things first on our list, though, is mining. Then after that, we're gonna start work on the Wild West town. I marked a few, 2 or 3 spots. Here's one, and here's the other. I thought I had another one somewhere, but right here. Okay, so in these areas, I'm going to be mining about and searching, and I'm going to see if I can find some diamonds. I would like to actually, though, find lava, mostly because I can get obsidian from that. So if we can find some lava, that'll be pretty cool. I mean, I don't need the obsidian really for a bank vault, but if I ever decide to invite friends on this server, then I would like to have my stuff pretty dang secure. And I'll have a whole redstone contraption door. So basically, my stuff will be safe for a while. Nice. Okay. So we have lapis at least, which will be good for if we enchant more stuff. Now, really, my goal isn't to be wasting all of my diamond pickaxe looking for stuff, but I mean, I kind of forgot to bring some iron down, so we're going to be kind of stuck with this for now. I mean, not too much to worry about, though. I mean, if I continue to not find anything, then I'll definitely head back up and get me an iron one. Okay, look, I'm just kind of doing this randomness and hoping it works, but it don't seem like it's going to. Tunneling isn't such a bad idea, but I don't know, I feel really impatient. So you're gonna have to definitely excuse me. Oh my god. And I smacked the mic. Okay. Wow. My plan was to kind of thicken this out. Then I got my diamonds. Well, not exactly my first plan. Firstly, we walked past it several times, really. Because, of course, this is the entrance. So it's kind of actually very unpredictable, and let's hope I'm not gonna fall in lava, because I don't want that to happen. I heard falling in lava makes you die, and dying is bad for your health. And we have 14 diamonds just from the 4 I had here. Wait, no, 8, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That was actually a huge coincidence. I was like, man. And I figured it was going to be a lot harder to find them. Then here I am just shooting in the dark. Okay, look, I can already tell this is not going to be really an interesting video. More redstone. My old Wild West town, I mean, more than likely won't have redstone stuff unless if it is for the bank or for trains or so don't expect too many redstone contraptions. I mean, maybe Morse code cords and stuff, which, I mean, that would actually be pretty cool. So, I mean, this ain't going to be a total loss. I mean, obviously, since I have the diamonds, it's not a loss at all now. But even if we were to not find diamonds or iron, the redstone and lapis is fairly good, really. Now, like I said, I really don't have a specific plan. I'm just kind of shooting in the dark and hoping that that this is a good place. Okay, I know I'm not on the level 12. Since obviously, I'm like one block up from bedrock. I wonder how common diamonds are on bedrock. I mean, not the addition, bedrock level. Because it seems like you get lucky, just like I did back there with those 8, which became 14 with my Fortune 3. But I wonder, how lucky can you, or like, how often can you run into a vein of diamonds? When you're at the low level, or at the very low level of bedrock. Because 12, it seems like you find them most in caves. Let's go ahead and check this final place out. It's like you really find them in caves and around lava, which would usually, well, caves, I don't think they go lower than 3 or 4, maybe 5. But it's like when you're in a cave and there's diamonds, usually you're between level 12 and level like 8 or 9. Maybe if we go this way, like the complete opposite direction. Like I said, I'm just kind of shooting in the dark and hoping this works out. I'm definitely going to try my luck in other places. More than likely not on camera, though, because this kind of stuff does get boring. I mean, sure, I'll take screenshots or I'll record bits of me finding the diamonds, but I won't actually be doing live mining on camera. Because usually a lot of it gets cut out. Like this here as I'm talking, this might even get cut out, and what I'm saying would be kind of pointless, really. Okay, we're down at bedrock. We got some iron and lots of gravel. My God, I hate gravel. It's like, gravel, can you leave? Then gravel's like, no, I don't think I will. But sadly, since it's not a... Oh, shit. Since iron and gold are not materials that drop the item. I mean, since they're smelting items, which require smeltery, they don't... Fortune don't work on them. Sorry, I can't speak. My word. Please, gravel, leave me alone. I will place torches everywhere. I was just on top of it. Now, am I still on top of lava? Or... Okay, well, I'm back. I'm over here. Alright. Oh, nice. Well, really, we came here and we got what we wanted. We got some diamonds, we got some iron, we got a lot of redstone, which is actually really good because now I can do a little bit more contraption wise. I don't know how much redstone I have. I think I had enough to the point where I had to actually turn the stuff into blocks. So we're gonna go ahead, head up, and we're gonna firstly check inventory of our valuables, which right now we should be at 20 diamonds. I think 20 diamonds. Yeah, because there's the 6 in the chest and the 14 on me. So we're gonna go ahead and let's feed you, buddy. There you go. Now let's go ahead and put them here. And also, if you're wondering, yes, I don't have my my diamond armor on. I'm trying to save it just so I'm not wasting it. You know, if a skeleton shoots me, then that takes it down when I should be using it really against, let's say, the dragon or such, or the wither boss. I could have been smarter and put projectile protection or such, or maybe blast protection, but I didn't. Okay, here we go. Now, let me go ahead and wait a minute. Let's take some sticks. Let's take birchwood, because you guys already know my personal opinions on birchwood. It isn't really that good. Then let's go ahead and take... You know what? Let's go ahead and just take all this, just because I can actually get started on the first old Wild West building while I'm over there. Do I have any pickaxe? Or not pickaxe, axe. There we go. Then let's take the shovels. You know what, let's put these all in the same chest. There we go, just like I said, 20. Then let's take a pickaxe. Then we can take the coal with us. Now, these, the dirt, the diorite, or the ites, are obnoxious because they are just inventory fillers. Now, we don't need this much cobblestone. We'll take some cobblestone, but we don't need that much. We don't need that at the moment. We don't need flint at the moment either. Let's take the brick. There we go. Take the bricks, or brick blocks. And there was some clay down here. There we go. Let's take that. Sorry, I'm trying to get at, I'm trying to also clean out these chests, as well as getting the items I need. Okay, this will be good for now. Let's go ahead and put this in our hand. And we need more iron. I know we're gonna need it. There we go. So let's go ahead and just take it, and let's be on our way. Wait, I need to get in the habit of going this way. And I am not fixing my habit by going down the stairs, so it's not going to improve. Now, there's the ugly barn, which I said I would finish, but, you know, I've been kind of away from the house and have been hard at work down in the cave for a very short time. But, you know, I want to go ahead and get started on this, mostly because I actually did make a Wild West town on survival at one point. And I actually enjoyed that because, I mean, it was really testing my creativity, but also not going into creative to do it. So I was really putting my skills to the test of obtaining materials, such as getting clay blocks for buildings, or not clay blocks, getting clay to make bricks, and you know, having to fight off mobs, and so basically I was just really testing myself to see if I could obtain this city without cheating it in. And that's what I plan to do here. And in a sense, this is really kind of like a tutorial on how to do things, or on how to build something. So, you know, you guys might learn how to build a saloon, or you might learn, oh, okay, so don't do this when you build a saloon. Because, I've made my mistakes in making creations. Usually, I don't get rid of them, Not really because it's a reminder of don't do that. Mostly because it's a mostly because I'm lazy, and plus, I mean, if it ain't, if it's so bad, then eventually I will take it down. But most of the time, usually the things that that I build, even if they're not so good looking, usually stay up, and I'll just tweak them to make them fit the area better or more appropriate for the time period I plan to be in. And speaking of time period, I don't actually have a time period I would like this Wild West town to be in. I just thought, well, a Wild West town. Which really, if you think about Wild West and Wild Westerns, usually those that is between the years like 1860 something, like 1860 to like 1900. That would be the era with your stereotypical Wild West buildings. Okay, that clears up so much more space. Now, let's put 2 of these down. Let's put down 1 campfire. And let's make another axe. There we go. Because the first one's about to break very shortly. Now, I could burn down the forest, but firstly, with what's happening at in Amazon, I really think that wouldn't be a good idea. In case if anyone ever clicked on the video, I don't want to be I don't want to be called out for promoting it, although I really don't. And no one should be burning down forest, because really that's a waste of wood and resources that you know. And plus, I can use the wood from the area inside the town or village, which I mean, was common back then. Of course, you wouldn't get wood from Arkansas for buildings over in Oklahoma. Like, you would just use the resources from your local area. Now, of course, if it's a special building, let's say if you're building a grand brick building, kind of like the New York Town Hall, the old one. I don't actually, hold on. I don't know if the old New York City Hall is the same as the one back then, or if they've changed buildings. But anyway, there was one like before the Industrial Revolution, and if I'm correct, the bricks actually came from over in Scotland or Ireland, or they came from Europe, if I remember right. Mostly because of trading, and maybe because the bricks there were good, or the guys over in Ireland knew what they were doing. Personally, well, not personally, but I might do some research on that. But it's like, unless if you plan to have this building made of some resource that isn't common in that area, then of course you're going to be using local resources. You would use local wood, you would use local metals, or, you wouldn't get coal from, let's say, you wouldn't get coal from Ohio to fuel a factory in West Virginia. You would usually, not all the time, you would usually get it straight from West Virginia, so you don't have to go from state to state. Or same thing with countries. You wouldn't go from country to transport the same resource that you already have to another country to be used. It's like, what was the point of that? You could have just gotten it probably cheaper here. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but we seem to have cleared out this area fairly well. First building I would like to make is, actually, hold on, what building do I want to make? I mean, every old Wild West town has a general store, and usually it's nothing too special. I mean, sometimes they're just 1 story, other times they're 2 stories, because the general store person who owns it usually lives upstairs. Now, this one, I think I might make a 2-floor one. And how do you make colored sand? Or not colored sand, like colored clay? Because of course there's no mesa biomes. So how do I make colored clay? Okay. Let me go ahead and make a chest, and there we go. There we go. Put it right there. Now let me go ahead and put these resources away, because these are gonna be here for the village, so there's no point in me taking these out of this area. And plus, my inventory is full as hell. And I need to collect these tree saplings so I can plant more trees in another location. Or maybe surrounding the town. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and go inside, and I'm going to see if I can make colored clay. I don't know the actual name of it. It's not clay, but you would use it in let's say an old Wild West build, because there's a lot of sand. Okay, let's take that and take that. Then I can make concrete powder. And if I do this, oh. Now if I put this in here, will that make smooth sandstone? Right. Okay, smooth sandstone. Now this right here, maybe? What in the heck? Let's take orange. Okay. Now, how do I get terracotta? Where the heck do I get terracotta from? Let me... Okay, let's hope this don't cause our thing to bug out. How do you make terracotta, though? That's the question. Because it looks like terracotta. You might have to actually find it. Oh, okay. So I decided to go the cheap way and cheat, and to make terracotta, you actually need to get clay and turn it into clay blocks. Then you use this clay blocks in the furnace. So that means, let's see if we have any... Wait, is that diamonds? Okay, I have 2 diamonds in here. My god, I have diamonds everywhere. Okay, firstly, let's put that back. Okay, let's just toss all that in there. Guess we can't, never mind. I want to enchant a shovel with fortune. Now, if I can't get fortune out of this shovel, it's fine. But it would be nice if I could get fortune. Oh, wait. Efficiency. No. Never mind. I was gonna go ahead and get a fortune shovel. But I don't want to waste my my enchantment levels on an iron shovel that will eventually break. It's definitely not worth it. So you know what? Let's go ahead and leave. We need to go get clay. Of course, not every building back then was made of clay back then, but I mean, I think really the red and orange terracotta blocks would look aesthetically pleasing, and I think that would be a good not good entrance, a good general store. Okay, sorry, I was looking at my clocks from my microphone and capture, and Okay. So we don't want to go underwater because it gets kind of slow. I mean, with an iron shovel, it's not so bad, but you also have to deal with these guys. This is the worst part about having to work underwater now, is the drowns. That's really the only issue. So, I mean, if I'm smart and I pay attention, I shouldn't really get killed, but, I mean, I've been killed by drowns before. And usually it's just from a lack of either not paying attention or I was already low health. Being hungry isn't really a good thing, because now I'm not going to be able to regenerate health. Okay. Well, I started taking damage, and I thought that was a drowned. I was starting to panic. I was like, oh no. But it was just me not paying attention. Let's try not to get too far from the house, because I don't have my map with me. Plus, I am so close that if I get lost, then end up wandering further from the house, then that's an L waiting to happen. Or an L waiting to be taken. Now, this should be enough to make terracotta. There we go. I got it. This will definitely be enough to make enough terracotta for at least the general store. And hopefully there's enough left over to actually make a... Hold on. To make brick, so I can make brick buildings. Because, really, I mean, if this is, let's say, an 1880s styled village, it's like going to be on that mix of semi-modern and kind of behind. So it might have a few brick buildings, like if you played Red Dead Redemption, the first one. Or, I mean, if you played the second one and you've been in Blackwater, then you'll notice the buildings, the majority of those buildings are really brick. But if you go into Armadillo, on the other hand, the buildings are majority wood. Although they're although it's the same era, usually it's your geographical location that also determines how fast you advance in aesthetics. Now, for us, we could go, like, you know, really full on future. But I'm gonna go ahead and, how many eggs do I have? Okay, 3. All right. Well, don't have them now. I lost my train of thought. My God, that's a lot of clay. And see, we can make 3 stacks. Now, my question is how much terracotta do we get? That's the question. Is it 8 clay blocks for 8 terracotta? Or is it 1 terracotta? Or is it 1 clay for 8? Or, like, what's the deal? And, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about the castle. Like, I still want to do the castle. I want there to be a coffee castle, but I feel kind of unmotivated because now I don't know what I'm doing with it, because it's really gonna look ugly, and it might look a bit ugly, or it's gonna require a lot of work. Let's close that door. It's a miracle mobs ain't gotten in here yet. I mean, we've had mobs come in here. There we go. Make that. Then put that in. Then put that in. And I don't know if I should do orange or red. I might as well go ahead and do red. Mostly because the red terracotta kind of has this faded look to it, really. So it's like as if maybe the sand warped down, or, you know, the dust. Although, like I said, it's not really a desert setting, but I think it'll still look good for the time period. Or we could just do a plain old terracotta. Now, look, if I'm mispronouncing that, I would say let me know, but honestly, I would really forget halfway through. Then halfway through the video, I would remember. Then I would pronounce it right halfway, part time. Then have it pronounced wrong for the other, or for the beginning portion of the content. My God, my brain ain't working today, and I am so annoyed. Okay, if I do this, no, if I do this, then is there anything in here? No, there is not. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this here. There we go. Now we make clay bricks. Or, no, bricks. I wouldn't say clay bricks. I would just make bricks. And this would be... Here, let me just yeet this in here. And this will be the bricks for maybe the bank. Or perhaps maybe if I was to go for a town hall. Some sort of official building is what my intentions for the bricks are. Now, the stone bricks, on the other hand, I might use for the jail, or let's say the base of the bank or city hall or whatever government official building we have. I mean, I don't want my stuff to be a direct copy of things off of Red Dead Redemption, but I don't want them to go far enough off track to the point where it's not westerny. Because really, even if I wasn't to base my buildings off of stuff off of Red Dead Redemption, you guys would say, "Oh, that's a copy off of Red Dead Redemption." When in reality, it's just this is what old Wild West buildings look like. And if my stuff looks similar to Red Dead's, then obviously that shows that I did a good representation of what a Wild West building would look like in Minecraft. Now, there used to be this map that I had on Minecraft Survival like 3 years ago. Kind of an older map, but it was pretty cool. It was called Drought, and it had the best Wild West map I had ever seen. I was absolutely astonished. Really, I couldn't have seen anything more cool. Now, I would enjoy a map, another Wild West map. And, maybe something that could be used for online. Not like a, giant server, but maybe if we had a realm or something, then that would look cool. And I think another thing that would be cool is a mod that gets rid of all the water. Or at least the ocean water. So it looks... because if you think about it, the underwater in this game, and in the real world too, kind of looks like what the Wild West looked like Mexico and some parts of Arizona, Texas, and Colorado and stuff. If I'm correct, don't quote me on this, but do your own research. Because I'm going to go ahead and do my own research as well. If I'm correct, like a lot of those places were actually underwater at one point. So technically, the Wild West stereotype of what the desert looks like is really what what under the ocean looks like. And usually, a lot of the giant things that stick out of the ground is usually erosion from sand, or sometimes from maybe the current, or things that come from above the water that crash down into the water. So it's like usually, what's above, what was once underwater. Let's say in California, that was once underwater. Well, now it's not. And there are some cool in the desert, there are some cool looking not exactly structures, but some cool natural builds that I can't think of. Smack my mic again. I can't think of what it's called, but anyway, I'll see if I can pull up a few pictures or something. But I think a mod that would get rid of the ocean water would be a cool idea. Now, I think this is enough, and I would like to... Where's that wood I saw earlier? Well, let's take the signs. Signs are good looking on some of these old Wild West builds. Let's take the stairs, take the slabs. Slabs are very crucial to an old Wild West build, especially for the porches. Now, those sticks really don't even need to be in there. Neither does that clay. Or that coal. I thought I saw some wood somewhere where it did not belong, but I guess, oh well. And also, fences. Fences are another very crucial thing. So let's go ahead and go back up and go out this way. I left the door open, but I'm too lazy to go back and close it. Now, that barn will look cool from where the town is, because this could really be like a part of the town. This could be where you buy your horses or you put your horses. And, you know, there'll be like an old-timey bridge that you walk across, and maybe a hotel right here. So, you know, you can sleep relatively close to the barn so you can see who goes in and out, making sure they don't steal your horse. Might have or might not have stolen that from Red Dead Redemption's Valentine. Alright. Now, when building an old Wild West general store, first things first, is you want to build a foundation. And why is there this right here? Please go away. I want to build here. Hold on. Okay. There. Now, when you build a Wild West general store, first things first is you want to decide which direction you want it to go. Now, I could go out that way, go like this. But in general, I could have the whole town go out this way, or I could have it go deep into here. Now, I'm thinking I might have it go out that way, since there's a lot more flat land that way than over here, and over here, then I would have to start clearing out the mountain. So I might build the buildings in a manner against or opposing the river. So first things first is you want to actually build your supports, the thing that would really kind of not really hold your building up, but this will be the things on the side of the building that would, I guess, kind of keep the thing together. Now, there we go. I think that's a 2-story. Then we put this here. This is your divider from the first and the second floor. Let me make sure I'm right above it. There we go. Oh, I don't have... There we go. Okay. That right there. Go up and place. There we go. Fantastic. Now you have your wall. You want to go ahead and do that for the rest of it. Now you got to determine how thick you want your building, and I mean I want this to be thick enough where it's going to actually hold stuff, because I don't want these to be just aesthetically looking. I want these to be actually used. So it wouldn't be a general store and it'd be, you know, really crowded and unusable. I want this to be a usable but also aesthetically pleasing building. Now look, when you do the final thing, do it on both sides like this until you come into the closing point. Then you put in your final pull. Now, usually, hold on, crap, I think I might have messed up, because you want to have your building off the ground, mostly because back then, dust and stuff would, or well, dust and dust, snow, dirt, back in the deserts, really sand would come in through the door. So what you want to do is you want to make sure there's this elevation off the ground, and that's why there was always that elevated look to the Wild West buildings, and that's what the slabs are for. So first things first is you want to go ahead and put slabs right there, and you also okay, look, I actually recommend you use slabs for your entire floor because you get double you get double the wood on these slabs than you would if you just used the full planks. So of course, no one's going to see underneath the building. I mean, if you're going to have a basement, then of course you're going to want to have full blocks, but otherwise you really don't need full blocks. So this is more of just a saving wood thing right here. Now, if you're in creative or you don't care about saving wood, then go ahead and go ham on the wood blocks. But I highly recommend, even when building on the inside, to have half slabs. Now, ignore my clumsy building. I'm trying. But the thing is when you start working on the outside right here, make sure these are either stairs or half slabs. Because, like I said, you want to make sure this building looks like as if it was off the ground. You wouldn't kind of like as if maybe, I'm not going to say as if the whole building was a giant porch, but really, it's kind of like my porch over there. How it's elevated off the ground, and that would also mean the whole entire house is off the ground by one block. Oh my god. Shit. Okay, let's get rid of you. Now, let's go ahead and place these down. And for the porch, which I'm going to go ahead and show you, and we'll worry about a back door. And look, I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the tutorial for the general store in the next video. But this is your absolute basics right here. You don't want to have a too thick of a porch because really you want to make sure your buildings are in line, and you want to make sure your porch isn't really for people to, I mean, not to chill out on, but it's like, the last thing you need is to have this big bulky porch. You just want to have it to keep people off the sand or maybe in the shade. Now, for me, I like to do this. Then some people add fences as supports, but I don't. Which you'll see that in the next video. But right here, I do this. This is something I definitely do. I use the fences to make well, not only for aesthetics, but also, for, let's say, how back in the day, people would drink. You don't want them falling off. You want them to, maybe hit their gut off of the thing, but you don't want them falling off out onto the road or dirt path where a horse can trample them. So you have your fences there, but me, I don't like having my fences up here and going up to the second floor balcony or the floor, or the roof of the porch, because I think it just looks kind of ugly. I mean, maybe on a saloon or something that spans out, and the porch of, let's say, a saloon might be thick because it needs to fit so many people. Let's say in a general store, you ain't going to have 20 people chilling out on the porch. On the saloon, though, you're going to have maybe the whole bar outside, if it's hot enough, or, cold enough, or whatever. Or if it's a nice day out, you don't want to drink inside. But over here, a thick porch isn't crucial. So really, when you build the roof, for the porch, it is not. The fences aren't crucial. So, for example, here, let me go ahead and turn these into red, red terracotta. We're gonna go ahead and there we go. Okay, now that's plenty. And we're gonna have a window right there. Okay, be gone. I am like really bad at placing stuff. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, there we go. Now that isn't something I really wanted. I'm gonna make that taller. So this right here. So basically, for me, I like to have my buildings kind of super tall. So it would look maybe something like this. There we go. And you know, right here, I usually add a stair like that. Then you put your door here. Then you know your log would actually go right on that block. But what I'm going to show you, if I can do it within the time, because I don't feel like restarting a video or starting up a video just for 20 seconds. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do that. Here's the fence thing I am going to be talking about. This, wait, yes, perfect. Okay. Now let's quickly do this swiftly. Come on. All right. There we go. Ooh, okay. We are one off. Shoot. Oh well. We're gonna go ahead and pretend that block is filled in. All right. Use your imagination. Use that brain that you were born with that I don't have. And now let's do something like that. And there we go. And you want to build your porch out kind of like this. And I kind of like that hole, or I kind of like that missing block because it makes it look like as if the porch has a hole in it. Now, I mean, of course, if you like the post sticking up as if it's supporting the roof, go ahead. All the more power to you. But really, I think it looks kind of rough. So I mean, sometimes I'll do something like that, but I definitely wouldn't build up like this. Or maybe, I mean, this don't look too bad actually. Oh shoot, that is not what I wanted. Okay, this definitely sticks out too far. I was right the first time. This right here, this might actually be fine to have poles on, since this is kind of a thicker building. I mean, usually your buildings are possibly even skinnier than this for housing. But see, I don't like that because this right here is you know, a full block, while the rest of it is a half slab. So really, I don't like having poles there. But that, you know, that's just personal preference. Firstly, I want to go ahead and say thank you for watching this video. My name is Jerimiah, and I'll go ahead and see you guys all later. And also, before you go, if you want, I can actually do a series within this series. So I'll make a video while also making a video on how to build old Wild West buildings. And really, when I build Wild West buildings, I kind of freestyle it. So really, you're not seeing something that's been pre-planned. So it might end up turning out really bad, or maybe I mean, if it's bad, I'll just not upload the video. But what I say won't be pre-planned. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching the video. I'll go and see you guys all later.